So this is the story of the year 1905 when Jean Otto was just 4 years old, and he got a life-size doll as a gift, which appeared almost real, and Jean liked it at the very first sight. Jean liked this doll so much that he even made a dollhouse in his room for this doll. And there should be everything that the doll might need, for example furniture, toys, etc. Jean used to roam around with his doll Robert everywhere, and both of them became best friends. After this, strange incidents started happening. And whenever there was some problem or mishap in the house, Jean started blaming her doll for it. So in such a situation, whenever something strange or odd happened in Otto's family, its connection was found with Robert the doll. And gradually the adults of the Otto family also started noticing that something was wrong with this doll. It started spreading among the people passing by on Eaton Street outside this family's house that many people passing by have seen this doll moving from one window to another. And to the surprise, the people inside the house also started experiencing these things. That is, the doll with the same classic trait would often change its position from one place to another inside the house. And its facial expressions would also change many times, as if it was listening to the conversation going on between the people in the house. Time passed, and Jean got married to his love interest, Anne. And Jean still kept Robert the doll with him, and despite the fact that Anne did not like this doll at all. On Anne's refusal many times, Jean decided that he would shift this doll to the painting room upstairs so that Anne does not have any problem with it. After some time, Anne told Jean some such things which Jean was able to link well with his childhood. He told Anne that he has heard Robert's giggling sounds from the painting room many times. Yes, Anne could hear the sound of Robert laughing in the painting room. And not only this, sometimes Anne also felt that Robert was walking in the painting room. Now this was not limited to walking only. In fact, different types of sounds used to come from the painting room, like the sound of running, sound of something falling. Anne also tells Jean that two different voices are heard from Robert's room at times. S.A. Robert and another person are talking to each other in the painting room. Hearing all this, Jean remembers that in his childhood this used to happen with him many times, that Robert was kept in a room and then Robert's location was found changed. And after growing up, his parents also told him many times that in childhood, they used to hear three people's voices from Jean's room. That means apart from Jean, they used to hear the voices of two more people in Jean's room. Now these childhood things which Jean had forgotten. In fact, in childhood, he was taking his parents' words lightly. She was looking very fresh today. This is because from what Anne shared today, he realized that there is really something wrong with this doll. In such a situation, the very next day, Jean locked this doll in the trunk of the painting room. But then the children passing by the street in front started complaining to Anne that they have seen Robert standing at the window and giving them a creepy smile. Jean refused to believe these children because he had already locked Robert in the trunk. After this, the children stopped complaining, and then no child ever came to play near Jean's house. Now the story moves forward 2 years, where we come to know that Jean died in the year 1972. After which, Anne sold Otto Manson to a person named Metal Return, and with this, the Otto family got rid of Robert the doll. Because along with that house, Robert the doll kept in the trunk of the painting room also went to the Reuter family. Now this family also eventually found Robert the doll, and after this they also kept this doll with them. And later on, Reuter's daughter started realizing that this doll is cursed, and she warned her father, Mr. Rito, about it many times. But Rito also kept this doll with him for about 20 years. After which this doll was donated to East Martello Museum in 1994. After bringing it to the museum, the task of taking care of this doll was given to a caretaker named Convert Tito. Now after bringing it to the museum, the search about Robert's past started, and some important information related to his past came out. Here it is revealed that the name of the company that made Robert is Steve, which does not make any doll originally. Yes. Actually, the company used to make only teddy bears and stuffed animal toys, etc. And the Robert doll was the only doll that was not made for sale, but for window display. And this was told to the museum by Stiffe's steward himself. Another important thing that the museum came to know from this historian is that the sailor dress that Robert was wearing was not included in the original design, which means this doll was either in someone else's position before reaching Jean, or Jean herself must have dressed this doll like this. Convertito tells that Robert's arrival in the museum has given a huge boost to the number of daily visitors to the museum. Along with this, people related to TV shows, research, etc. keep coming to Robert. Robert has his own Wikipedia page, and he also has many social media accounts. For his fans, replicas of Robert are available and other merchandisers, and even for the very adventurous people, the experience of being locked with Robert at midnight is available. Robert's fans can also send him letters, etc. And Convertito says that every third day, some letter or the other arrives for Robert. Now the twist here is that most of these are not letters from fans. Yes, these are apology letters. After reading these letters, it is known that these are letters of those people who had visited the museum here, and those people had tried to harm Robert in some way or the other. But after returning from the museum, these people started having bad experiences. Like one person started having nightmares, while another child stopped sleeping at night. Some people's married life started to deteriorate suddenly. Some faced fractures and other serious issues, i.e. health issues. And that is why they decided to write a letter to Robert and apologize to him. These were coming in the form of apology letters because they were so scared of Robert that they could not even look at him. Among these letters, there were many letters where some people wrote the names of their enemies, etc., and demanded Robert to harm them. After some time, it spread among Robert's fans that Robert helps you if you offer candy, etc. to him. And then, a lot of papers and other types of candies started coming for Robert. Many people even started sending money and joints, etc. Convertito's job is to maintain Robert's locker and do monthly checks. Now, what is this monthly check? Well, what effect has the weather had on Robert? Because after all, Robert is filled with straw, which can get spoiled due to humidity. Apart from this, she is the person who manages Robert's social media accounts and sends replies to Robert's letters. She says that till date she has not experienced any strange experience or evil vibe due to Robert being in the museum. On the contrary, the museum has benefited from Robert's presence here, and Convertito likes her job very much. Yes, the job is to take care of Robert and write his letters, etc., or handle his social media. Now here I will tell you about an article by Japanese roboticist Mashiro Mori, which was published in 1970. Mori had mentioned a phenomenon in this article, which is the term Bukimi no Tani Genso, meaning value of airiness. In this article it was mentioned that whenever humans see life like statues, toys, or dolls, etc., then a strange type of fear is evoked in them. The closer a non-living thing is to a human face, the more uncomfortable it will be felt. And this discomfort of humans regarding these lifelike dolls has been named as Uncanny Valley. Once the state of Uncanny Valley is reached, then people start feeling scared or uncomfortable with dolls, etc., and even start having disturbing feelings. So this is a phenomenon, which we can explain why we are so scared of dolls, and why people so easily believe dolls that yes, there is something horror in it. Something supernatural. Now in Robert's case, a question arises that, how did he disappear from Steve? Who had him before Jean? And is there any truth in all that is told about Robert or not? This thing can probably never be found out. Maybe that doll is really cursed. It has its own dark history or nothing. By the way, what do you think? Do tell us in the comment. See you in the next video with another story.